Hello, my name is Rachel Jenkins, and I am from the Pleasant Hope FFA chapter, and I will be speaking in the Teach Ag category. As long as you think you did your best, you should be proud, and you should know that I would be proud as well. These were the last words Ed Hagerman told me before we ended the phone call to finish his interview. Ed Hagerman was an ag teacher for 32 years, but wished that he could have spent even more time teaching youth about agriculture. He worked at Bolivar High School between the years 1967 and 1999. Ed was inspired to become an ag teacher because his father's dream job was teaching agriculture. Ed worked with many students throughout his career, including my father and uncle. He impacted almost every student that he taught and keeps in touch with many of his former students to this day. Ag Ed is important because it teaches you a wide variety of skills. Ag educators play an important role in students' lives, and Ag Ed is one of the most rewarding careers. First, let's talk about why agriculture education is important. Agriculture education is important because it teaches you things that other classes can't. Ag classes teach you a wide variety of things, from learning how to weld to how to form a business plan. According to Ed Hagerman, a retired ag teacher, an ag class is the class that ties all of your other classes together. This means that you apply the knowledge from your other classes in your ag classes while also learning new things. Agriculture classes are a combination of lecture and hands-on experience that can build the future and foundation for agriculturalists. Now, let's talk about why Ag Ed is a great career to pursue. Agriculture education is a great career to pursue because of how important it is. If you get a degree in Ag Ed, you can go almost anywhere in agriculture. As an agricultural educator, you get the opportunity to build relationships with your students and help them to be successful and accomplish many things in agriculture. According to Ed Hagar, an agriculture instructor from Eugene, it is the only career that you can change the future of agriculture by promoting its attributes and teaching life skills to our students who will become leaders in our industry, community, state, and country. By having a career in Ag Ed, you get to impact the future of agriculture every time you start teaching your students. Agricultural educators are some of the most important and influential teachers that students get to learn from. Agricultural educators, or FFA advisors, are important because of all they do for their students. They never have the same day twice. They are in charge of preparing students for CDEs and LDEs. They also help their students get into different camps and academies like HIMAX, MABA, the Public Speaking Academy, and many more. Ed Hagerman said, "My favorite part about being an agricultural educator was building relationships with my students and seeing them do well in life, and knowing that I taught them something that would benefit them in life." Agricultural educators put a lot of extra time into their programs. The average ag teacher works up to about 55 hours per week, whereas the average teacher only works 42.2 hours per week. When I asked Ed Hagerman what he believed was the greatest reward of being an ag teacher, he answered with, "I enjoyed seeing the pride in my students' faces when they stood up for the recognition banquet at the national contest. Just to see how proud they were of all that they had worked for and accomplished was one of the biggest rewards in my career." Ag education teaches you a wide range of life skills. Agricultural educators impact their students significantly, and Ag Ed is a career full of rewards. When I interviewed Ed, he told me that the piece of advice that he tried to leave with each of his students was, be honest and be yourself. Be genuine and always strive to do your best. Ag Ed is one of the most rewarding careers because you affect the future of agriculture while also helping your students to be successful in life. As stated by John C. Simonson, an associate professor of agricultural education and leadership at the University of Missouri, it is awesome and humbling to see students making a difference in agriculture and their communities while knowing that you played a role in their lives.